Hello, my name is Scott Gershwitz from the University Fire Marshal's Office. The Fire Marshal's Office is a 24/7 operation that conducts fire inspections, fire safety education, and emergency response campus-wide in addition to the Southampton campus. As part of the New York State Executive Law for Campus Fire Safety, the New York State Office of Fire Prevention and Control has the authority to inspect public and independent college facilities throughout New York State for compliance with the Uniform Fire Prevention and Building Code, in addition to other applicable fire safety standards and education law. This executive law is a result of the Seton Hall tragedy, which occurred on January 19, 2000. This fire claimed the lives of 3 students and injured 58 others. The annual fire safety inspection of our campus is a collaborative partnership between the University Fire Marshal's Office and the New York State Office of Fire Prevention and Control. To report a fire or smoke emergency on campus, from a cellular phone, dial 631-632-3333. From any campus landline phone, dial 333. In the event that a phone is not available, you can report a fire or smoke emergency by activating a fire alarm pull station. Fire alarm pull stations are located inside buildings and are found near exit doors that lead directly to the outside of the building. You may also find them located throughout other areas of buildings. From a very young age, many of us were introduced to fire during special occasions, such as birthdays and other celebratory events. Fire is fascinating, can provide warmth and entertainment. However, if not used with caution, it could be deadly. One of the more common causes of fire alarm activations within residence halls is cooking, specifically unattended cooking. Often we find excessive amounts of cooking oil and high heat temperatures were used while cooking. This combination often results in the oil burning off and causing an excessive amount of smoke, which activates the fire alarm. Lower temperatures and a reduced amount of cooking oil may reduce the potential for the fire alarm activating. Additionally, we have found that an accumulation of cooking grease on stovetop burners have also resulted in fire alarm activations. Unattended cooking may cause unnecessary fire alarm activations and evacuations. Always stay with your cooking. Cook only in designated areas and maintain a clean and clear surface area around any heat-producing appliances. Unattended cooking may cause unnecessary fire alarm activations and evacuations. Always stay with your cooking. Cook only in designated areas and maintain a clean and clear surface area around any heat-producing appliances. In the event of an actual cooking-related fire, report the emergency immediately via phone or fire alarm pull station. Evacuate the area and close the door behind you. Leaving the door open will supply the fire with more oxygen, allowing it to rapidly increase in size. If you experience a fire within the oven, turn the oven off, keep the oven door closed, and report the emergency. Remember that ovens are designed to tolerate high heat conditions. If a food product is burning in the oven and the oven door is completely closed, the fire will eventually be deprived of oxygen and should extinguish itself. In the event of a stovetop fire, the following procedures can be performed if you are comfortable. Gently slide a lid or another pot of the same size or slightly larger over the flame, being cautious of long hair or loose clothing. Use the fire extinguisher provided in the kitchen. Always report any smoke or fire emergency immediately. Do not assume that if you extinguish the fire that an emergency no longer exists. Unattended cooking is a leading cause for fire alarms within residence halls. Always stay with your cooking. This image is from the O'Neill fire, which occurred on November 21st, 2015. The cause of this fire was a prohibited cooking appliance that was used in a non-cooking area. After being used, the appliance was stored within a clothing closet in an attempt to conceal it from others. As a result of the building fire alarm system working as designed, along with proper occupant evacuation, no injuries were reported and damage to the building was confined to a particular area. Continuing fire safety education along with other training can prevent incidents such as this. Always have a plan. Know a minimum of 2 ways out from any building. In a fire or smoke emergency, seconds count. Rapid evacuation is crucial for survival. Delayed evacuation can result in serious injury or death. Many victims of fire succumb from injuries related to smoke inhalation. Often burns are the cause of fatalities. However, smoke inhalation is a leading cause of fatalities for victims of structural fires. Many toxic byproducts of smoke are released during a fire. One of the most common and fatal byproducts released during a fire is carbon monoxide. In this particular case, fire was minimal in size. However, the source of the fire was made of synthetic plastic materials. When this appliance was burning, it released toxic gases and resulted in a large amount of smoke throughout the structure. The image on the right depicts the evidence of smoke damage which resulted in a fatality. Never assume that the fire alarm is active for a non-emergency. Always treat each fire alarm activation as a true emergency. You never know what can be the actual cause. This fire occurred in the chemistry building conference room. The fire was the result of a faulty aftermarket laptop battery. The door to this room was closed. The fire was eventually deprived of oxygen, resulting in the fire self-extinguishing. Damage was contained to the conference room and no injuries were reported. If you are reluctant to evacuate when the fire alarm sounds, you should remind yourself that something like this may be occurring in the building. It's not always burnt food that makes the fire alarm sound. These photos were taken during the annual fire safety inspection of a residence hall. Both pictures on the left side are smoke detectors that were covered with plastic shopping bags. Both detectors were covered to prevent fire alarm activation while the occupants were cooking in a prohibited area. Tampering with the fire or life safety device can prevent others from being notified and possibly result in serious injury or death. If you see something, say something. These photos are a continuation of the inspection findings noted in slide number 12. Cooking in a non-designated area is prohibited and dangerous. Placing hot pots and pans on carpeting may result in a dangerous situation. Extension cords are strictly prohibited campus-wide, along with gang surge protectors and multi-plug adapters. If you require further assistance with clarification regarding electrical safety, contact the quad office. Evacuation diagrams are located on the back of bedroom doors. If you smell smoke or see fire, feel the door with the back of your hand prior to evacuating. If the door is hot, remain inside and contact University Police. If the door is cool and you feel comfortable, stay low and crawl to the nearest exit. If smoke is entering the room, you can stuff a towel or clothing under the door. Evacuation guide for people with disabilities. If you are not able to exit via stairs, you must shelter in place. Recruit the assistance of coworkers, colleagues, and others to assist you during the evacuation. Ensure that emergency response personnel know that you may need additional assistance to evacuate the building. If you are temporarily or permanently disabled, contact Residential Safety and Support Services at 631-632-9003. Instructions for using a portable fire extinguisher. Always activate the building fire alarm first. Only use one fire extinguisher, and if one extinguisher does not put the fire out, confine the area by closing the door and leave immediately. When using a portable fire extinguisher, remember the acronym PASS. Pull the safety pin, aim the nozzle at the base of the fire, squeeze the handle while standing back about 10 feet, and sweep the nozzle side to side. In these challenging times, we must find new ways to promote fire safety. If we can assist you in any way, please do not hesitate to contact us. Remember, always wear a mask, maintain social distancing, wash your hands with soap and water, utilize hand sanitizer and sanitizing wipes frequently. If we could be of any further assistance to you, you can contact us through the Residential Safety and Support Services office at 631-632-9003.